Alright, here we are at the community gardens again. Still the zoning order is still up or whatever, but there's some plots that aren't looking too bad. Got some little patches here and there. Lettuce and cabbage and peas, and this one's doing really good. How's it going today?
Oh, it's going good. I'm just coming to the garden to see how well things are growing without the tending of the gardeners. So we're still hoping for lots of community support. Our city has opened up another community garden site in the event of all of this, because they don't want it here. They would like it on the outskirts of town, which is kind of interesting. So they tell me that they will be ready up within one day to allow community gardeners to participate. I'm not sure what their process was, but it all turned out in about a week to 10 days time. Not really sure how they were able to test soil in that short period of time. My experience has been it took a couple of weeks for us to get our results back when we tested the soil here and a few other areas. So that'll be interesting to see how that pans out. Quite curious. The statement in the Times Journal was today that they could have it ready in a day. It's the 27th of May. You can see here we've already established quite a bit of growing power. It'll be interesting to see. I'm not saying it's not a good thing. I think that putting community gardens in private and public settings are essential. I just find it very interesting that our group of private citizens, non-for-profit group who kind of started the grassroots of what the community garden is presently, has kind of been shunned and disrespected in the way that, thanks for showing up and doing all this, but we're gonna take care of it on our own end here. The city is going to create this project here. So I find that very interesting, a little disturbing, and a little frustrating. So maybe people would like to comment to that effect. So we're talking again, the St. Thomas Community Gardens group here, about some other issues that have possibly come up. My husband presently is running for the mayoral position here coming October 25th. And there was an interesting news segment on the CBC radio. Mayor Cliff Barwick was discussing that he felt that this was a political ploy to garner support. I'm not really sure how that would be, because it really wasn't his idea, or he's certainly interested, but it wasn't his idea. So I find it really sad, though, that there's something else in play here in our neighborhood, in our community garden, that really it's not about the benefits and the positives of community gardens, that someone has taken it and put it into a political stance of sorts. It's disappointing that something that is so positive for many gets kiboshed for political views and avenues. It's very disappointing that that's the case. This could hurt either the positive or the negative of my husband running for mayor, and I'm just really distraught and frustrated that may be the possibility of why we've been given the cease and desist order here at the community gardens, because I think that's kind of the direction that it's headed in now. And for what? To disappoint all the folks that have bought into it, the sustainability of this particular project. We're not costing the city anything. We're not asking the city for anything. We're just asking that we can continue here on this private piece of land that's been so kindly donated to allow us to use for this season and possibly future. And I think that's that's seriously in jeopardy if we're not able to continue this year. It's kind of overwhelming, really, that political view would take precedence over what people are trying to do here. And I very much thank the viewers who've taken a look at the YouTube video, come to the Facebook site. I mean, we're over 700 plus. It's just unbelievable that this is what has occurred from all of this. We're completely grateful and quite curious to see how all this is going to turn out. We've got a couple little things up our sleeve that we would hope to continue on possibly with here. Maybe that's to be determined. But as we sit in the sunshine here today, we're still very, very hopeful, and and excited to see how this can all pan out. This is clearly something that we, have been doing since we've moved here, and this is very important. So the small space that we do have, we utilize it to the best we can. And over here, we're starting another one because I have nowhere to put some vegetables. And then, just along here, of course, there's tons of things that are flourishing and growing really, really well. And the whole point is to educate our son and to get him to understand that the carrots certainly don't come from the superstore, they come from the ground. So it just seems to make sense. And I'd like to show you the sign, I don't know. We would just like to show you our community garden sign that hopefully will eventually one day be posted on some particular community garden plot here in St. Thomas. It was done by a local artist and donated for the purpose of just showing how beautiful community gardens can look. And so we just wanted to show you this piece of art.
Okay, there you have it. You guys are awesome. She was really surprised with the turnout on the Facebook page. So let's see if we can't get her on the Ellen DeGeneres show. There's a link on the Facebook page. So just leave a message, whatever, comment about the video, and I think we can do it. Let's see.
So what's your response or reaction to the booming success when we came to shoot the video?
I was
you were expecting that?
No! Do you know what? It was so funny. The next morning, waking up and seeing all of that activity. Like I worked 7 to 7, 12-hour shifts, and I couldn't believe it. I kept checking it all day long.
Overwhelming.
and then I started to see, how do you do all this? Because I don't know very much about YouTube, and so I started to I've tried to log in, and I'm not successful. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm not being able to, because I wanted to comment about what we're talking about here. And I don't, I know maybe I'm just not computer savvy, whatever you want to call it, but no, I couldn't get on and do it. So, but I was shocked. I couldn't, I'm like, what is going on? Like I thought there had to be something else behind all this. I just didn't understand.
I was
so.
Curious about what your reaction to the response.
And then the Facebook.
We're going to shoot a video, whatever, right?
Yeah, well, and that's the beauty of it, because it was very natural, and it was just fluke. And look what happens when someone is passionate about something that they clearly feel is unjust, incorrect, and then they come up and then we meet. It's kind of like, I don't know, what do you call that? It's fate that should occur, because then it just opens up people being interested in something
support,
like
enough
this.
notice, they have to do something. They have to pay attention sooner or later.
And that's what gets people excited, is when people and the public themselves decide, this isn't right, I want to do something about it. And that's powerful, really, really powerful. And I think that's important. And then it's powerful to remember to keep things nice and clean, because that's always the best way, is to treat each other with respect. So.
Exactly.
But thank you, good question.